Welcome back, team. My name is Chris. I am the Algo Man here on TikTok. And in today's recap of the NASDAQ 100 futures, we're zeroing in on CYMO Pro and the ScalpMO combo. And we're running exclusively on a 2-minute chart. And like always, we just don't dive in at the open. We begin at the end of the previous session. Right here, guys. Okay. Why? Because the last half hour of the trading session carries the genetic code, the DNA, that hints at what's coming next, okay? Now, if you were watching Friday from 1545 right here all the way through 1615 right here with CYMO, as you can see it, okay? You would have seen nothing but cyclic behavior. I mean, look at this, guys. This is cycle, 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 okay? Nothing but cyclic behavior going into the close on Friday. Now, granted, it was Friday as well, right? Price wasn't trending. It wasn't breaking out. It was breathing sideways, okay? Right here, look at this. Rhythmic, indecisive, and quiet. But here's the key. At the 1615 bar, which is right here on Friday, both cycle, right here, this is cycle is the blue line for those of you who are new, and momentum were just right there. Momentum was just above to cross zero. Cycle was already above zero. Momentum was ready to cross zero, okay? And that told us something. It suggested a potential for an upside open, okay? But like always, price doesn't just walk in a straight line, okay? The market opened with a fake out move, a drop right out of the gate, but then what did it do? It slammed right into the 80 bar VWAP, our invisible tripwire, and just like I've told you before, the 80 bar VWAP only gives two outcomes. It breaks or it bounces. And today it bounced hard, okay? Price ricocheted off that level and slinky to the upside for 4 clean bars. A smooth move only visible to those who were watching CYMO and ScalpMO work together in sync, okay? ScalpMO cyan line, okay, was right there where it needed to be, just waiting for the accelerant to cross zero. And when it did, we pulled the trigger, got the push, and then exited when ScalpMO gave us a signal. Clean, simple, and controlled, okay? So we're going to go ahead and see how all that played out and how the market shook out for the rest of the morning session till right about noontime today, okay? And it was a rough morning, guys, so there's a lot of detail in this session you will definitely want to pay attention to, okay? So buckle your seatbelts and let's get started. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom, let's do it. So remember, we're expecting, okay, with CYMO, with cycle being above zero and momentum just about to cross right here, that price would have turned up. And look what happened, okay? You got a little bit of a sell-off, hit the 80 bar VWAP right there, okay? And we're waiting for confirmation to see what's gonna happen with this trade if we take any trade at all. Momentum looks like it wants to come down. Cycle looks like it wants to come down right there. Let's just see what happens after this bar right there. We just got entry
Order
to the
filled.
upside, okay? We have a rise in acceleration as well as the wave line right here. This is telling you that price is going to move up, okay? And you also have momentum above zero and cycle all the way down. Remember, what goes down must go up, especially if momentum is up above the zero line, okay? This trade, you would take it up until you got the crossing right there, and
Order
that's
filled.
it, guys. You'd go ahead and clip it, and that'd be the end of the move right there. There's nothing else left to that move, okay? Remember, cycle all the way down here and momentum right there, okay? And that's exactly how we traded the morning pop to the upside right there, okay? Very simple move to the upside, and that was it. We got out of that trade, and it was over and done with. And let's see what else happens right here, okay? And this bad boy is going right back into the 15 bar VWAP. Remember, guys, when price goes back into this 15 bar VWAP, it gets really, really noisy. I don't want to originate any trades out of this 15 bar VWAP right here because typically trades like that don't end up taking off. Okay, now what I am watching is I am watching the rotation of cycle and momentum inside this 15 bar VWAP, this is where it ends, but you've got momentum that just came down right here, and you've got this bad boy about to burst out right there, and this bad boy just came down.
Order filled.
So let's see where this goes right here, okay? Kind of a little bit of a tricky trade right there because I'm playing this at 10 times the speed and it's moving quite fast, okay? But right here, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the wave line coming down right there, about to break out of 0.43, and you've got momentum also sinking below the threshold right there. That tells me that there's going to be continuation beyond the 80 bar VWAP where we entered the trade right there, okay? This looks like that's in trend mode. You've got cycle 1 and you've got the beginning of cycle number 2 right here, okay? Cycle number 2 is already forming itself, really nice right there, and you've got, everything looks really good here too. This is just coming out of exhaustion zone right there. And you've got your purple line all the way down here as well. The purple line kinks up, then that will probably be it right there, guys.
Order filled.
Okay, trade is over with CYMO right there. Okay, done. So here's what we had. We had cycle 1 right there, and we had the end of cycle 2 right there. I clipped it using CYMO. At the moment that CYMO came up above the 0 line right there, I took the trade off, and that was the end of it. Now we just rolled back right here into cycle territory. No trade there, and the reason why there's no trade there, look at the purple line, guys, okay? Purple line right here, just really, really jaggedy, just crossed below the cyan line. There's nothing here, guys. This is just noise, okay? And this is right close to that 15 bar VWAP. If this goes into the 15 bar VWAP, I'm going to be extra careful because I know that this ends up being chop zone right there, okay? And you've also got the 80 bar VWAP kind of floating around inside right there. So yeah, definitely extra careful when you're looking at that, okay? What are the rules when the purple line hits 0.90 in scalp mode? Typically, that marks an exhaustion zone. Especially if it's in the same direction of where the cyan line is moving. So let me just pause that for a quick sec right here to explain. So in this case right here, when the cyan line goes down right here, okay, if it ever hits the top, okay, this is just telling you that it's going to reverse right back down. But if it's already down, if this cyan line is down here already, and you get the purple line that hits it, that's a good exhaustion zone. Normally, the way, ideally, I would love to see this, I would love to see the purple line just kind of sink below the 90 threshold right here, just the way it did right here, okay? And that right there, the moment it sinks, it's telling you that that's game over. This is going to slinky up on you right there. It came pretty close to touching 0.90. It didn't exactly cross it, but it did cross above 0, and that's when I pulled the trade to get out of the short right there, okay? But yeah, normally if it's in the same direction that the cyan line is flowing, if the purple line crosses, that's the end to that move to the downside. So let's go ahead and see what happens here. Okay, we got cycle up, momentum, looks like it's rising right here again, okay, which is nice. Okay, this looks like a
order
bicycle
filled
right there to me. Got momentum rising, cycle rising, and you've got this bad boy going up. Uh-oh. So I took the trade right there. Now you've got this bad boy breaking out. So let's see what happens with momentum right there. Okay, nice. It went up. Good. Kind of a tough market to trade today. These arrows come from. Really, really, really slow moving morning. Okay, you've got the commencement of what appears to be cycle number 2, right smack right there. And that
order
would be
filled.
the end. That was a dud. That didn't go anywhere the way we thought it would go. It just, we went from 363 to 373. Little 10-point gain right there, but it really didn't take off. There was not a lot of huff and puff to the upside. I probably got out a little bit late right there, but that was your exit right there. Okay, the end of that move right there. There was really nothing there to trade. And you're back inside the 15 bar VWAP. So let's see what happens. So not only is price kind of treading around the 15 bar VWAP right there, guys, it's also bouncing off the 80 bar VWAP, which is this green line. Look at this right there. You see that? Price hit the top right there. Cycle number 2 was over, and that was the end of it right there. Okay, it was a quick little cycle to the top right there. I got out at the second bar, hit the 80 bar VWAP, and it's just bouncing. Look at this right there. Remember, there's only 2 outcomes with the 80 bar VWAP. Either it breaks or it bounces. So let's see what happens. Today was a slow session. I admit that, guys. It was a very slow moving session, and this is where your patience pays off. This is where patience is gold right here, because if you're looking at price kind of trending around, just bouncing around inside this 15 bar VWAP with a support of the 80 bar right here, look at this. There's nothing to trade, guys. None of these moves are tradable right here, okay? None of this. This is just sit on your hands and let it play out type of session right now, at least for this moment. Also look at the and look at cycle as well and momentum right here, guys. It's just as noisy as can be. I mean, this is super, super noisy. There is no momentum at all in any of this right here. This is trading noise. And that's the reason why you've got your chart set up the way you do with the 15 bar VWAP and the 80 bar VWAP. Look at this. Price is respecting that 80 bar VWAP like a champ, okay? It's not coming down below the 80 bar VWAP. It is right there, you know, holding support, okay? And it's bouncing right off the top of the 15 bar VWAP. Moving super, super slow. Oh, boy. Super slow market, guys. Not a lot of action, I'll be honest with you, in this recap this afternoon. We're letting this run to see where it actually finally breaks out. But you're not getting a lot of, you're getting nothing but noise right here. Look at this. This whole entire time that we've been sitting here, this has just been going sideways. It's not going anywhere. It's just not going anywhere. Look at this, guys. Just stuck right there at that 80 bar VWAP. Man, I'm telling you. Woo-hee! Okay, now you've got momentum slightly coming up right there. Cycle just kind of pivoted right there, and you have a little inflection point on this going up. I don't think that's anything, but let's see what happens. Okay, we've got this bad boy just crossed above here, but if we don't get a pull with momentum to the upside, then this might not be anything if it's still stuck in here. Okay, so this is nice right here. This looks good right here, okay? This looks like it might go somewhere. I don't know. Okay, definitely.
Order filled.
There. Okay, take that one right there. We just had momentum tilt, and we had cycle tilt up as well. So let's see where it goes. Oh, where all these arrows came from on my chart. Oh, you know where those arrows came from? Nikki was doing a video today. So he actually did a video, guys, which is the second part of the setup, chart setup, and that's where those arrows came from. He did an explainer video on how to set up your cycle chart and your trend chart, and he'll post that video up over on TikTok, I'm sorry, on the Discord channel soon today. So he's uploading it right now to YouTube, and after he's done, he's going to post that over on the Discord channel for anyone who wants guidance on how to set up your cycle chart and your trend chart as well. Okay, so that's where those arrows were actually came in from, because he was actually working on my desk a little while ago right there. Okay, that's the end of it right there, guys. Okay, we didn't really get a strong cycle right here as far as cycle number 2, but we did get this bad boy that came down, and that was the end of it right there. Okay, the end of this little tiny move right there that we see to the upside. I don't think there's any more left in this trade. If it rolls back down into the 15 bar VWAP, then you're done. There is nothing else left in this trade, okay? The reason this isn't a trade to the upside here is because you've got the 3 phases of the trade that are taking place right here. You've got expansion, you've got exhaustion, and you've got contraction. And if price is contracting, even though that this may pop up a little bit, this is not a real trade right there, especially with cycle and momentum coming down right here, okay? And this goes right back, look at this, into the 15 bar VWAP. That, my friends, is pretty amazing right there.
Wow, did you see that? That's what you call precision.
I think the rest of the afternoon, for a good chunk of it, after this. Okay, so we had the, let me just go back a little bit right here. All right, here we go. We had this, we had this initial run up right here in price. Okay. And the market then just kind of fell a little bit, kind of went back up, tried its best to rally, guys, okay? And then the market went into a tight, choppy mess, okay, throughout the entire morning, okay, all the way up until I think it was almost 11:50 right here. It's highly cyclic session, guys. No real trend structure beyond the morning waves that you saw right there. And honestly, if you didn't have the right tools today, guys, you were honest to goodness guessing, okay? And guessing in a choppy session, that's death by 1,000 paper cuts, okay? Let me just put it to you this way, okay? Today was the kind of day that destroys emotionally reactive traders. You had fake setups, reversals, low momentum, no follow through, okay? But with CYMO, you saw the cycle structure clearly. With CYMO right here at the bottom, you timed your entry and exits with pinpoint precision. And here with the dynamic VWAP at the top, you identify the exact levels where price would reverse or reject, okay? These tools aren't magic, guys. They're for clarity. And clarity is what keeps you alive when the market turns into a minefield the way it did today. I mean, look at this right here, guys. Just stuck into the 80 bar VWAP right there, just bouncing between the 80 bar VWAP and your 15 bar cyan VWAP right here, guys. I mean, just boom, 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 boom. And it finally took off. The only reason I took this trade right here, look at this, is because I saw momentum rising. I saw cycle rising. I saw, well, this bad boy already broke out right here. Sure, let's go ahead and take it. But doggone it, man, that was just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bars or so, and the 6th bar I got out, and that was the end. I got out because I saw I saw the acceleration line just coming down right there, and I also saw the little kink right there, which ended the cycle to the upside. The end. Okay, the end. There was nothing else right there, and as slow as the market was moving, and not only that, but you also hit resistance right here on top. I mean, come on. There's only so much juice that you can squeeze out of the lemon in these type of market conditions, the way we had today, okay? So guys, listen, if you guys decide to take this for a test drive yourself, okay, it's a free 7-day test drive. You get access to CYMO Pro, CalcMO, PureMO, and the dynamic VWAP. You also get exclusive access to Dr. Freud, which is our trading psychology bot. You get a private members-only Discord. You get weekly one-on-one sessions exclusively with me. You get 2 of those for free, okay? All part of your 7-day trial, guys. The link's in my bio if you need to know more. You can go ahead and click the link there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stop it here in case you guys have any questions. Very tricky market. This is one of the markets. These are one of these markets, guys, where it really tests your patience as a trader. You really got to be patient with these markets. You really have to have a good understanding of your tools. And you just have to wait for a setup that you feel is going to be consistent with what your goals are trading, okay? Kind of a noisy market, but yeah, we still made it work, right? At least for the morning. Any questions that you guys might have, just drop them in the comment box. I'll hang out here with you for a little bit and answer any questions that you guys might have.